Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising. Libra, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for February 24th to the March the 1st. Can you believe that we're just starting the third month in the first quarter of 2020? I'm just saying at the start of these readings this week, can somebody slow this train down? Time just goes so quick. But really, it's just a number anyway. So, but yeah, yes, the cycle does pass fast. This week we've got for you the Great Gathering Oracle card. We have the Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, the Seven of Swords, the Devil, the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Now what's interesting about this reading, Libra, is that these four cards here, so Judgment, Seven of Swords, Devil, Ten of Wands, they appeared in the Aries spread last week, right? It's quite a similar reading, so you might want to go and watch that. Or some of you might be dealing with an Aries. Yeah, it's very interesting here. Also, the Seven of Swords just came out for Gemini. Yes, I did the reading just previously to this, but really good shuffle, and it was the third card out, so it wasn't like it was on the top of the deck or anything after that. So yeah, a bit of an energy going on at the moment. Lots coming out for people, a bit of judgment. We see, I don't know who this person is, but potentially a smooth operator, a bit of a sly person or manipulator in the midst here. But we have a sense of judgment coming to that, releasing it this week, because there is like an amazing new beginning that wants to come through for you. So let's begin with the Oracle card, the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, soul tribe. You're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You're being connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is re-threaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at soul level, or that you already are. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You're part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. So the situation that you're working through right now, Libra, is potentially part of that soul mission, part of that burning of karma, so that you can get back onto your mission. And we have the Seven of Swords and the Devil in your recent past, which together is quite a strong combination, but of course there are levels to it. For me, the Devil and the Seven of Swords is somebody who is potentially using their mind or intellect to control another person. Energies can be vice versa, guys. It could be somebody doing it to you. Hopefully it's not you doing it to somebody else. So that could look like, manipulating somebody for your own gain, controlling them for your own gain, maybe trying to, manipulate a colleague into not going for that promotion, or maybe setting them up so that they aren't the one that's going to get it, setting them up for failure. Can be controlling a partner, keeping them small, so that they, that it impacts their self-esteem or self-confidence, so they may be less likely, this person thinks, to go out and have an affair or cheat on them or to leave them, because they might be doing this out of insecurity. It can be somebody taking finances as well, or physical belongings, with that Seven of Swords and the Devil combination, potentially because there's an addiction or a gambling problem in the mix. Seven of Swords can be anything underhanded or sly or sneaky or happening behind the scenes. And the Devil is that master manipulator or controller who gets people under that hypnotic stare. It can also be a codependency in a situation, or you may be turning a blind eye to the situation even though you know it's going on. Because we see the lovers here at the chain to the Devil. And those chains that they're wearing, they are loose enough to free themselves. So maybe you are staying in this situation even though you have an intuition that there's something going on behind the scenes. Now, we might choose to do that because there's some kind of payoff for us that appears to be greater than the cost. So, that kind of payoff can be staying in a situation with a partner who might be manipulating or controlling us, or doing something behind the scenes, siphoning off money for addictions, that kind of thing, because it might be more expensive for us to go out on our own, or it's going to be great change or upheaval. So, you know, some of us can willingly stay in a situation, staying in that job where you might be being kept small or discounted in some way, but, you know, at least you've got a good commute or you're getting a good pay packet. The thing is that that's unsustainable over time. That's why the devil has these bat wings, because over time that wears us down. It can affect our energy, it can affect our immunity and all of those kind of things. And ultimately, by staying in a situation like that, you know, you are staying in an illusion. And this week it is time for that illusion to be shattered. And judgment is coming in to do that, to wake you up to it, to make you realize that it's not okay. And it's not okay to stay in a situation that is underhanded and that you are being controlled. So the illusion must come to an end, and I think this week is the week where you hear the call. I think, so this is current energies, guys, Judgment, 10 of Wands. It's likely that maybe the divine, the universe, whatever you believe in, God, has been trying to get your attention for a little while, to maybe try and shake you out of the slumber. Now, Judgment is about awakening to what's kept us small, to what's kept us confined or vulnerable. Maybe there's been little signs and inklings. Maybe you've chosen to ignore them. And when we do that, a situation escalates. And it can escalate to the point where it gets to a Tower moment or a 10 of Swords ending, which are quite painful, chaotic, you know, really sort of bringing things to the ground and having to start over. So generally we want to try and release a situation or change it before it escalates to that point. So that's why Judgment is really, you know, trying to get your attention, to wake you up so you hear that call to take action. You know, Judgment is a card of last chances. You know, is there anything to be salvaged from the situation? Is there anything that can be forgiven and forgotten and moved on? Can you actually be honest with this person and bring it out into the open? Maybe you can. Maybe you can change the nature of it and keep going, but often we can't. You know, it's really time for you to free yourself. And we see these people that have been held in these dark places, you know, in these kind of illusions, this devil energy, that are just ready to bear all, to be free. And they're willingly offering themselves naked. They've got nothing else to lose. Some of you might feel like that. That is the Judgment energy. It's coming out of that dark place. And with the 10 of Wands, you know, a 10 is an ending, guys. It is a release. The situation has probably been weighing heavily on you for quite a while, definitely been a burden, and it is clouding your vision for seeing other opportunities and other pathways that are available to you. Because this person here is just on autopilot from work to home, carrying a heavy load. They're clouding his vision, his or her. They can't see where they're going. So the thing is here is that, you know, when we're in that mode, and it's probably because the situation is taking all our energy, our time, our vitality, you know, this person couldn't see if there were other pathways to go, you know, a quicker, more efficient route, a pathway to somewhere better, because of this load that's metaphorically blocking his vision. But when you release this situation, Libra, you are going to see so many more opportunities. And I think the Ace of Pentacles is one that's been right there waiting to come in for some time. So definitely an awakening to the fact that maybe it's time to get this over the line. It's time to end it. There's probably a karmic contract. You've got the healing, or the learning. Sorry, not the healing that you needed to get from it, and now it's time to heal yourself and move on. Because in your near future, we've got Ace of Pentacles and we have the 6 of Pentacles. So look at the contrast here. This is your golden opportunity at the end of a very dark tunnel. This is your light at the end of the tunnel, if you can break that illusion. And the Ace of Pentacles often appears to somebody who has, you know, scaled a mountain or walked a bit of a journey to get to it. You know, this could be what's literally waiting if you can just put down those wands, create that ending and get to that other path. Now the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, it can actually be a monetary or financial opportunity that's coming in, perhaps a new job, new sense of stability, security, new way to earn money. It can link to home and relationships because of the sense of stability and security. So for some of you, it could be a new home as well. Either way, you know, by releasing this situation, you are going to come into a greater place of balance. Maybe you've been in the situation where this manipulator or person or whoever it is has literally been breadcrumbing you and controlling you and just giving you, you know, enough to keep you there. just giving you a little bit of their time, a little bit of their energy, a little bit of their resources. But now the tables are going to turn, because these are the scales of life, and that universal balance sheet always adds up. So if you've been hard done by, this is your time now, Libra. And I'm not saying that maybe that you should be this person and be doing that to other people. No, it's about getting yourself into a place where you can be open to receiving again, to give and receive, and find situations, whether they're romantic or whether they're in work or friendships, where there's an even energy exchange. Otherwise it just doesn't work. And I feel like, the universe is going to compensate you with a big boost with this Ace of Pentacles, because my gosh, you deserve it. This is what's going to give those scales that initial evening, and then, you'll be able to give and receive from a good place. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, like any opportunity, guys, this is number one in the suit of Pentacles. It is not a fully formed opportunity just coming in on a silver platter. When we see aces, they are amazing opportunities, but we need to recognize them and grow and expand them, because these are the seeds. We need to nurture them. If it's the job offer, it might just be, just deciding to jump online and having a look and seeing something that seems really perfect, but you still got to go through the application, maybe following it up, making phone calls. If it's more moving a home, it's just finding that perfect one, but you still got to go through all that process. So there's still action, inspired action, that needs to be taken to expand them. But what it's saying is that these are abundant opportunities that have the ability to grow and expand quickly, but you need to be able to, one, recognize them, and two, take the action. But it is a beautiful ending to a reading where you may have to release something. Interesting week for you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you all the best with it. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for everyone. Feel free to leave me a comment, because I always love to know how it's resonating and playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.